All right, it's time. I've been grinding for a long time. Y'all know that. And it's time I achieve one of my long lost goals. All right, I want 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm a little more than 30,000 away. So please, Pharaohs, help me run my sub count up in the month of September. If you watch this video, please subscribe to my channel. I want to hit 30,000 subscribers in 1 month to get to 100K. Again, we can do this, Pharaohs. I trust in my Pharaohs. Y'all done held me down and paid my bills for over a year, and I know we can do this together. We've been through a lot. The grind ain't never stopped, and we going forward in the month of September. I need about 30,000 subscribers in the month of September to achieve this goal. I'm finna grind my behind off to get to it. I know we got it in us. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. We finna do something amazing and have our moment by the end of September. 30,000 subscribers in 1 month. Let's go. All right, this is a Memphis one. Shout out to where I'm from, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. All right, so here's a very interesting, unique story. Let's take it back real quick. This is what I'll do. I'll give you some facts, and then we'll come to the present today. So for those who don't know, Yo Gotti does it for all my subscribers who are not in the city of Memphis, which there are a ton of you who are not, but salute to Memphis for the love as well. For those who don't know, Yo Gotti has done a birthday bash, I believe the last 5 years in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure. The essence of the concert is just pretty much a big summer jam for Memphis, who obviously is not privileged to get the amount of artists in town every year like other cities are. But I believe the whole city of Memphis feels as though musically they deserve it. They just don't financially have the means to do that right now. Let's keep it 100% honest. And Gotti started his birthday bash. Well, he'll bring artists that he rocks with and some of the big talents throughout the country, and he'll bring them and bring them in town for this birthday bash. The latest one was pretty big. I was not on hand for the latest one, but I can say this is one of the events that TALIAFERRO got his start from. The first year I couldn't get in. I think the second year I couldn't. My car wouldn't make it down there. Like the third year I got access kinda, and then I think last year was the year that I had like a full access type thing. So that's one of the ways I got my start for the young and up and coming young reporters and journalists out there. Got to make your start somewhere, and there's a struggle in it. Anyways, with that story being said, the event happens every year. This year was quite the memorable one, right? So the day of birthday bash this year, Gotti got a phone call and a letter, and the letter stated that he was banned from where he grew up in Ridgecrest Apartments in the heart of North Memphis. All right, so obviously that made Gotti feel a type of way. And then in the midst of this, he got a key to the city the night of his concert. All right, I'm pretty sure he might have found out earlier in that day that he was getting the key to the city, because he posted this before the show. He talked about how his apartment is banning him there, and how he could never come back to the apartments because they believe, and this is what I've been told, that when Gotti comes around, the kids want to be like Gotti or hustle like him, and it starts a ruckus in the apartment complex. Obviously, everybody in that area, when they know he's around, they want to see him. I know single-handedly Gotti has come back a few years and did like toy drives around the Christmas time. I don't think Gotti at this point in his life is around the Ridgecrest Apartments to do harm. All right, I can't confirm that. Come on now. The brother's, he's up. I don't think he's there to do harm. But the city of Memphis or that surrounding area believes that when Gotti comes around, there's too much going on. All right, and to create a little more context, every time I'm in town, I go to Ridgecrest. To create a little more context, Ridgecrest has clamped down on a lot of stuff, right? It's tougher to get in now. They're trying to create a better environment for the people who live there, but financially I've been told that it's struggling, and that's where Yo Gotti comes in. And the irony is that he got the key to the city, and he announced that he had got the same week he got the key to the city to Memphis. The apartment complex that he's from said he can't come. So how is that like if that's not the double entendre or like the hypocrisy in that? If I got a key to the city, I feel as if though I can go anywhere in the city, right? Anyways, fast forward now, Gotti did interview with Angie Martinez. Salute to the legend Angie Martinez. This interview is pretty good. Gotti's always open with Angie for some reason, like a lot of other people. And in the interview, he was talking about how he got banned from the apartment complex. And he gave a new caveat that I thought you guys might be interested in knowing. He says, okay, yeah, they banned me from the apartment complex, but guess what? I'm thinking about buying Ridgecrest Apartments to stick it to the apartment complex for banning him, or whoever was it, Memphis police. I'm not 100% sure who took part in that ban. He's saying he's thinking about buying, and he's been talking to Rock Nation about it, and Rock Nation kind of let him know financially that the apartment complex was in a bad spot, and he's now thinking about buying it. And in his words, he said he'd be wanting to put more stuff in it than what was there when he was a kid. And he was like, look, I want to buy the apartment complex back, so when I come down, I can shoot music videos. Because he feels as though that's a big part of his past. He was like, a lot of my music lives. And what he means by that's not the Down in the DM records. That's not the Rack It Ups. He's talking about a lot of street music that he was making coming up. He feels as though the music videos that he shoots now, you know what I mean? Obviously, six-figure budget videos. You can't really tell those street stories in these big budgeted videos, right? And he feels as though a lot of his history lies in those apartments. So what he's trying to do in essence is find a way to get back to those roots. And he's like, I can't just come to the apartment complex and sneak in for a few hours and shoot a video for the content that I will be doing. It's going to take more than that. It's not going to be something that I can just sneak in and sneak out. I'm going to need time, these budgets. I'm going to need, the city's going to have to clear everything like that. So he was like, instead of just trying to sneak in, I'm thinking about buying the entire complex. Now I will say this, Gotti, and I know this video will probably get back to y'all if I think it's gonna do the numbers that I think it is. Somebody in his team will watch it. And you talking about bringing Angie in, TALIAFERRO feeling some type of way now. Let me make that clear. You can't be bringing reporters from all out of town into Memphis, and you can't bring one of the youngest, hottest, up and coming journalists with ties to that area in town and bring me in to cover that event. Let me throw that out there. But aside from that, I do think it would be dope. You talk about sticking it to the man. You banned from an apartment complex, and instead of just trying to get them back by sneaking in on the holidays or sneaking in to shoot a little documentary, you go buy the entire apartment complex because you hear that the area is struggling. First and foremost, let me send some prayers out, and let me be a man, and let me send some prayers out and some wishes to anybody staying over there. Obviously, when you hear the trouble in the apartment complexes, you think that there might be up for sale at some point soon. We hope that's not the case. I got roots there. We hope that's not the case. With that being said, I pray that the brother does do this. You're talking about somebody who understands what people go through on a daily basis, because he was one of those people that used to kick it over there and live over there. So he would know what could be done to bring people up, or what the apartment could really need. I sometimes feel as if though these complexes in the hoods, they don't sympathize with us with what we need, and like what we don't sometimes we don't need a big playground for kids to play in. Sometimes we just need somebody, or you to pay one person's light bill a month, or pay one person's rent a month, right? Or maybe the kids do need some type of park. Maybe these kids don't want the old-fashioned park. Maybe the kids want a basketball court. Maybe the kids want to switch it up. Maybe they want a tennis court or a swimming pool. Put something in the hood in these apartment complexes that everywhere else has, right? Like, everybody, don't treat us differently. Put something in these apartment complexes that other people have in their more expensive apartment complexes. Don't make us feel bad because we ain't flexing in a $2,000 a month apartment. I just always never understood that, and I really do hope Gotti buys this apartment complex. I think it'll be a dope look for the city. And you're talking about somebody's Gotti who's on the back end of his historic Memphis career, and he's looking for ways to impact a society. And when you talk about making moves and strides in the community like that, that's huge. And I would love to be a part of that from start to finish. You talk about me covering an event. Man, you talk about me covering an event. You're You'll never see somebody cover an event like that, like how I would cover it, make feature stories. You thought I brought them ESPN cameras down there. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be a historic moment, and I would love to know what's going on with that and the updates with that. That's dope, man, dope. Yo, Gotti, he said instead of just trying to sneak in and do music videos, he's thinking about buying the apartment complex that he once lived in. Thank y'all for the time left support. Y'all know I don't take it for granted, and these stories like this, they really hit home. And I like talking about this way more than I like talking about beef. Let me make that clear to you. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. Memphis, I need y'all to chime in. Talk to me, comment box below. Should Gotti buy Ridgecrest Apartments? Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive content like this. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty.